Hello and welcome to those unfortunate few that are going to stumble across this. Today we shall be talking about Dragon Ball Z and, well, also Super movies. We'll probably also ramble about some other Dragon Ball stuff for a little bit, but we'll try and focus on the movies.
Yep.
Probably being the keyword.
Yeah. Well, we'll put effort into making sure that we kind of stay on task to talk about the movie in question, which I have them all, I think, in order. I'm not 100% where this one goes, but I put it there. But anywho, we'll be starting off with Dead Zone, which I actually thought was second, but it's first. I'm pretty sure.
That's not that it matters. It's neither here nor there. Dead Zone, Dead Zone, Dead Zone.
I'm gonna just set it there while we talk about it. Should have made a staging tree. Oh well.
You know, Garlic Jr. I actually liked, kind of as a villain. He was fine. Obviously he's like no Frieza or Cell, but
Yeah, I think Garlic Jr. is fine. I mean, his biggest flaw is he kills himself.
yeah, and Dead Zone is just a cool name.
Although it's technically not canon because it is a movie.
Well, he
I
does
think
show
it
back
was-
up in a filler arc.
That's the rub. It's filler. But
It's what makes him more canon and cooler, Broly for a long time.
either way, I thought it was neat that they added more lore towards the Earth's kami, like how it talked about how they basically had to train for it, and then
Yeah,
that
he didn't
him and
get
Garlic competed. He didn't get it and got pissy, and
it. Then Kami killed his dad.
Kami killed his dad.
Oh, coming.
But yeah, I like the. I actually think this is one of the better ones. Not. I wouldn't put in Z, but I would make a case for A.
I don't know about A either.
Definitely probably high B.
I'm saying A. Ryan's saying B. What are you saying, Aura?
I think B.
B. Well,
Yeah.
I disagree, but majority votes
I
here.
leave it out.
It might end up being moving around. After all, there are some other ones on here that are really bad.
Oh yeah.
Some of which most of the audience will probably agree with, others they'll disagree with.
It's okay.
And those people are wrong.
Next up is World's Strongest.
World's Strongest. I remember the fights being pretty cool. In the henchman fights being cool, but I don't remember the final fight being particularly good.
I think it's interesting because it's like one of the first movies where like a dude pulls out a gun and just tries to shoot Krillin. He's got to like sprint away while he's getting shot at by a
Gatling
built-in
gun.
Gatling gun. Because like Doctor whatever is what's his assistant's name?
The assistant's name. I remember Dr. Wheelo.
Yeah, Dr. Wheelo is the main guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wrong because the first thing I thought of was a different doctor.
No, it's not Dr. Dro.
No, Dr. Light was the one I thought of.
Oh,
that's
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 completely
Mega
different
Man.
franchise.
Yeah.
it's
either
just
way.
slightly different.
Yeah. But yeah, he like pulls out a gun. He's like shooting at Krillin. He runs away. The Misfit Minions in this one all have a pretty good fight where Goku pretty much destroys them. The Wheelo fight's not bad, but it boils down to he flies up and gets beamed. But I don't
this
recall
was,
it being
before-
bad.
It's not bad, but it's also not memorable.
I think the most memorable part is
Them
the
mistaking,
fact that they think Master
Roshi.
Roshi is the world's strongest.
and he was 50 years
That is
ago.
actually a benefit
At one
to this
point.
movie, is that Roshi, they were like, Roshi's the strongest. It ties into the Budokai of Dragon Ball and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you guys think it would go?
Either C or B.
I think B is a safe place for it for
I
now.
also think B's a safe place for it.
Also high B, but B nonetheless.
All right, next up is a really good one. Tree of Might.
So, Turles I like a lot as a villain, even though he's just an evil design Goku.
He's just the first of many evil Gokus.
But the fact that he has
Wow. I
they've
say
added
many,
a,
but there's two.
yeah.
Goku Black before they wanted to shoot him.
Yeah. Don't shoot him. He's not black. Algorithm, please.
Fuck. Terrorlise is way cooler than Goku Black.
Oh, absolutely.
I will stand by that.
Yeah,
Terrorlise fight was cool. I would have destroyed the planet to make a fruit.
and then eat it and become a Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Although, since those weren't made yet, he's just a really strong Saiyan.
Yeah.
But I like Turles. I like I think it's
Turles
called
versus
like the
Piccolo
Crushers.
fight was pretty awesome too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's actually one of the shorter movies, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, he pretty much shows up, beats up Piccolo, goes and plants his tree. Then him and most of the Z fighters fight his minions, and Goku fights him.
I think they're called the Turles Crusher Corps.
Yeah, I think it's the
sounds
Crusher.
right.
I think it's the Crusher Corps. And then they go and they fight him, and then that, they all win eventually, but they all get messed up, and then Goku finishes him off by spirit bombing him through the tree.
Yeah, and the spirit bombing through the tree is just fantastic.
I also think A.
He's pretty safe.
I really like the Turles movie.
I like the Turles movie. So memes aside, next is Lord Slug.
Oh, but we're not going to talk about the memes, the dank memes.
The dank ripoff of the movie that was pretty funny.
I think just like I think just like Dead Zone, I think it's cool that it adds more lore.
To
Like how it's believed, it more or less says
elder?
that he's, it more or less says that he's the split version of
Yeah, because it's Lord Guru did what Kami did,
Lord
basically.
Guru.
He split himself in half, and instead of getting a Demon King Piccolo, he got a Lord Slug.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lord Slug got old, so he decided to copy King Piccolo's plan. Which is completely different if you ignore all the similarities.
Also cool to actually see a Namekian
Bad
up
guy.
until that point, like a bad guy, but also using like the Namekians actually using their Namekian abilities from Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
Like
getting
enlarging
big
and Piccolo
stretching,
using stretchy arms.
weakness to whistling.
That was actually introduced in this movie.
That was new.
Yeah, I think that was introduced in the movie.
To quote a parody, do that annoying thing.
Talking? But yeah.
What?
But yeah, I like this one. I would probably say it's either a B or a C, though.
I'll say C, because other than, like... I remember towards the end it gets good. Like, when he does... The whole ending fight's really good, but I remember the beginning being really boring.
The beginning is very short, actually.
It is very slow. I think this might be the introduction of Icarus. He might be in earlier episodes, but I know he's in Slug.
He's in Slug.
Earlier movies.
I think he shows up in the show before. Yeah,
He
'cause
does
this
a
would've
little
been-
bit.
This would have been like when they went to Namek.
I think
So,
he
yeah,
still
he
is,
would've-
though.
Well, Icarus shows up when Gohan's training with Piccolo. So he would have showed up
And,
technically
some
like
filler, I
around the
think.
time of the Turles movie.
Definitely, I would say C. Mostly because I struggle to remember a lot of this movie, and I think that speaks more like either you could either speak on my bad memory,
I remember
or
a
it could
decent
speak on
amount
it's
of
just
it.
not nearly as memorable as other ones.
I mean, if you don't think
remember a
it's
decent amount
memorable,
of it.
it'd probably be in the C category.
'Cause, like, I remember the scene really well. He gets the false Super Saiyan, and that was awesome.
Yeah,
But
I've watched this movie a couple of times, so like I remember it, but
it's been a bit. I'll be honest. It's been probably a good 5 or 6 years since I've seen it.
I enjoyed Piccolo thrashing the sidekicks
yeah.
or the henchmen. That was pretty cool.
I guess is it on average on par with the other movies, or is it worse than other movies?
Honestly, I think it's on par with the B side.
So
it
all
had
right,
some
well we
decent
got a
spots.
C and a B. I'll go with B as well. because I remember most of it. This one's right here. Cooler's Revenge.
Revenge.
Ah, Cooler's Revenge.
So I like this one a lot because Cooler is, well, just cool.
Absolutely.
And
new transformation.
yeah, his transformation looks way better than third form
The
Frieza.
transformation that made everyone, all the Dragon Ball fans go, why couldn't Frieza do this?
It feels like they actually tried with his transformation. Make
Oh,
it feel like
you're
it's an
telling me that
upgrade.
Gold's not cool?
Yes, I am telling you, Gold's not cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
There's a movie coming up that'll be in the poopy section.
There are a couple movies coming up that are going to be in the poopy section.
But yeah, I really like Cooler's Revenge.
Absolutely.
If I had to choose between that and its sequel, I actually don't know which one I'd like. I would say both are a category for A or Z.
I have my own belief for that. With this one, while his new form was pretty epic, it was almost on par with max power Frieza. Instead of being like a huge jump.
Yeah,
Look,
Goku
I mean-
only goes Super Saiyan for like half a second in this movie too, and that's pretty much to blow him up.
that's kind of the thing that brings this one down is
A little bit.
when he turns into a Super Saiyan, it just goes by and just ends like right after that, and it's like
Yeah,
if you had
'cause-
given me like 3 or 4 more minutes of them fighting, this would be such an easy, probably Z.
But
Probably one of the probably would be like this one of the best movies, but
are we thinking A then?
I will say nostalgia makes me think Z, but when I really look at it, I feel like the parody did a better job at making it a Z than the actual movie. So probably an A.
An A? Alright.
yeah.
Because the
A,
parody
because-
actually added more possible lore.
Well, there's
We're
that.
talking.
There's, and mostly the movie's big weakness is as fucking amazing as the fight is. The music in Dragon Ball, the movie in the English dub is amazing, and then the movie in the actual native Japanese is I don't like Dragon Ball's music. I'll say that controversial opinion.
It's too samey. It's
It
all
is
just
very
orchestral.
samey, and I'm not a big fan of it.
Mm-mm.
So if we're going with the Japanese
Like
audio,
Falkner.
I would definitely go down to a C, but English, yeah, A. And
Falkner's music is just epic.
oh yeah. Well, I mean,
Alright,
yeah,
so how about Return of the Cooler?
This has a similar. As amazing as it is, the movie has the exact same issue where the very end fight with
Goku chucks a little energy ball and kills him.
True Cooler versus Mecha Cooler. My bad, Mecha Cooler versus Goku is a fight that lasts all of 2 seconds, and the entire fights
It
before
doesn't
then
last
is
all of
amazing.
2 seconds. Him and Vegeta fight Metacoolers for a little bit.
No, not Meta, Mecha, because that's what it's
Mecha.
called.
Oh, the
What?
last one?
Yeah, True Cooler when he's just the eyeball.
What
and
this
you can pick any
movie
star.
what this movie has that the other one didn't have was a larger cast doing more.
Yeah.
However,
Here, continue.
while the bits they did were pretty funny, I feel like it did not add to the overall score of the movie.
Well, Piccolo
Enough.
saving the Namekian village is neat. Them all doing that.
It was neat.
When he fights all the he fights all the robots, and they're all like shooting the shit out of him as he's in the air, and he's just like, "Fuck it, explosive wave."
Mm.
Like that part's cool.
The Yajirobe almost dying to the buzzsaw was
Yeah.
pretty funny.
It's like one of the first time Gohan actually gets to do something in these movies too. Like he
Yeah, and-
finishes off Garlic Jr. when he hits him in the stomach, but in the other movies most of the time he just loses. And this one he actually fights robots for a little bit before he loses.
Yeah,
I'm going-
and this also gave us one of the coolest scenes in all the Dragon Ball movies, where it's Metacooler when Goku uses instant transmission. He's like, "Thanks, that's my instant transmission." He's like, "I know, it's one of my favorite techniques. Your favorite?" And he just instant transmissions into him.
And then Vegeta
And then
and
have
him
the
are
instant transmission
Vegeta's like
fight.
not knowing what to do.
Yeah, and they have the instant transmission fight, and it's fucking amazing. Easy A. I actually like Meta Cooler more than I like the original Cooler. Actually, I can't say that. They're tied because they had the same issue of the last 10 seconds being rushed.
I'm going to get some flack for this, but I'm actually the opposite way. I did not enjoy this movie as much as the original. I feel like, just like another movie, the bad guy just happened to be quickly defeated because they wrote themselves into a corner. Him going Super Saiyan and overpowering the ship when the ship... I think he honestly could have taken both him and Vegeta's power.
Yeah, like I said, it's the same issue
like
as
it was
Cooler. It's the final fight could have been a whole extra fight. In some of the games, it is.
Been. Like he had them on the ropes, and then all of a sudden it's, oh, I'm okay now.
Yeah, it's the same way they defeat that fat lizard guy in Bobbity's castle or spaceship.
Well, yeah, but with him it's a little bit better because
he's eating.
He's just some random alien. This is
like why didn't Metacooler have a venting system?
Like, he probably would have. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I would agree with that, but I would still give it an A.
Okay, that's fine. I would give it a B, but
it's probably fair.
It's okay.
Because
we're gonna start getting into the poopy movies soon.
Oh yeah, I know.
Like this one.
Which one's this? Plan to ready? No, this is
no, that's way later.
Android 13,
yeah,
right?
Super Android 13.
Fuck.
His head got cut off a little bit in the clipping.
C or a D, man.
I would say C.
Sucks.
It's got some funny parts to it.
It's not bad.
Getting punched in the dick.
So this one actually has good like the villains fights leading up to the final fight are pretty good, and the bad guy actually fights Goku for a while. Goku randomly goes fucking dark as shit and like rips his arms and legs off before he kills him.
He's just had enough of androids.
Well, this is before the android show because Gohan's still a kid, not a teen.
Yeah, because this is this one where they have all the fucked up characters. Because like it's Trunks post training, but it's Gohan as a kid, right?
Well, no, it's future Trunks and Kid Gohan, but neither one of them have gone through training yet.
I think this was actually supposed to be after the androids, but the placement doesn't make any sense.
I'm pretty sure it's before the androids. I'm pretty sure it's like right after Meta Frieza showed up, but yeah, I still don't think it's good. It has some cool fights moments, and Trunks is in it, which should be a huge plus for me, but it really does not save this one. But Trunks gets shit on in most of the movies, so I'm kind of used to it.
Yeah, don't worry. When we talk about actual Dragon Ball, he gets shit on in that too.
Yeah, well. Next up is the Broly movie. The first one. The legendary Super Saiyan. Before Toriyama forgot he existed and shit on him. But this is before the shit, sort of. So, this one has a slow start, but then a really cool middle, and right at the end, they really fumble, I feel like.
Yeah, it's... Nostalgia says Z.
Oh, yeah.
But
there's so much cool shit. It even has like something like one of Aura's favorite lines is in this movie. Is that another word for coffin?
Mercy, is that another word for coffin?
Yeah, and he's just like, it's like, oh, this is so cool, but why?
I think this is definitely, before Super started, this was definitely my favorite of all the movies. But I think I'm going to
luckily it got
surprise Saber and Ryan by giving it an A.
Well,
the point being, it terribly fumbled at the end.
The ending is really fumbled. In the beginning is not great, but it has a really strong middle.
This is a high A.
In theory, there's a possible reason for why Goku is able to punch his stomach and explode him with the whole
dagger
being stabbed as a baby, but that would have healed.
Yeah, that and that's
There's no reason for
He's
that to
the
be.
that and the
legendary
second
Super
the
Saiyan.
second argument against that argument is it's stupid.
There's yeah. So cool, but he's so stupid.
Yeah, he really is originally. But don't worry, because now we get to talk about a movie that nobody remembers. BoJack Unbound.
BoJack.
D.
I actually would say C, because it's not bad, it's just forgettable.
So I enjoyed this movie because Trunks had a pretty cool sword fight.
Yeah. But like this is
But
nowhere near
that's
as bad as the other
most-
D's.
That's probably the most memorable
I guess
part.
that's fair. It's not offensively bad like
No,
C is
uh,
some of
fine.
these other ones.
It's
that we're about
it's
to get to.
fine. It's like
Yeah.
this. It has a lot of cool scenes in it, like in Super
Like a
Android
trucker
13.
hat.
Just
But it
overall.
definitely overall it's kind of Goku barely does anything in it, which is nice.
That is a plus.
Oh yeah, because
Not
Goku's dead
always.
at that point.
He's he's dead, but he's still instant transmissions and Dex BoJack
Yeah.
in the temple.
Yeah.
Which was pretty funny.
It is. Bowflex is like, what the fuck?
And I like it
Where
when
did that come
Trunks
from?
loses the sword fight and then just punches the dude in half.
Yeah.
It's like, alright,
I mean,
enough of this
actual-
shit. I'm just gonna use Super Saiyan muscles and hit you in the stomach.
And
Like
then
shitty Super Saiyan form.
yeah, and then the actual fucking Super Saiyan 2 transformation at the end, where we're going on, it's just like, and fuck it, you're all gonna die.
Yeah.
Also, BoJack grabbing his own henchman
And he grabs
to
his
use as
Anya.
a shield was pretty badass.
He grabs his shield, he grabs her and like shoots through her.
Yeah, he
to
grabs her and
distract-
like throws her
yeah.
at Krillin and blows her up to try and blow up Krillin at the same time.
That's right.
Because
You're right.
he really didn't need to. I mean, the worst part is it was Krillin. Why not use it against someone strong?
For Krillin.
He's a dumb villain. He
I mean,
sucks in
Krillin
every
is
game
strong
he's
compared to
into.
a normal person, but like
Yeah,
not compared
yeah,
to
I
BoJack.
know, but yeah,
BoJack could have
was
just
like,
decked him in the face.
Bowflex was like stronger than most of the characters in that. He was no he was no perfect Cell, but
He was
He-
up there. He would have been
But
able
yeah.
to. He would have been like Goku fighting Perfect Cell. I feel like before
Yeah.
Goku killed himself.
yeah, and it doesn't help also that he's just shit in every game he's in.
Well, that's irrelevant to this conversation, but
I
yeah,
know,
I
but
would
it's still-
say that is accurate. Broly's second coming.
B, as much as I love it.
B.
I also would say B. It's got a lot of cool moments in it. I really like the fucking family Kamehameha at the end. But it
I feel like
also has
Broly-
Trunks pee on Broly.
I feel like Broly devolved as a character in this one, even more so than the.
I do
The weird way they
I
did
do
him
like that he was
the
just
first.
flying around as a regular Super Saiyan, but they didn't really have him. They didn't really give him the same personality that it had before.
He's a lot
And he doesn't
less
like
violent.
he doesn't even like try to clash when he gets killed. He's just like, I'm gonna throw some little bombs at. Oh hey, that didn't work. That killed me.
It has it's the same issue as Broly. It has that 10 seconds right before the that final scene is amazing.
Well,
Videl was
that
kind of
seems
pointless in
to
this
be.
movie.
Yeah,
It's a theme with these Dragon Ball movies.
there's a lot of them
Um,
that have kind of bad endings.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it doesn't help the beginning half. Like I think it is the first half of the movie is.
Next up is our first entry into D tier,
It's
Bio
not even a
Broly.
discussion. This is.
It is-
I
easily
thought we were doing Dragon Ball Z movies, guys.
Yeah, well, you can deny
guess-
it all you want to, but it is still the absolute dog shit of Dragon Ball. I mean, most of these I would still rate, even like these two, I'd still rate like. Go ahead and watch them,
Sure, it doesn't go
but
any
I
lower
would
than D.
absolutely not recommend Bio Broly. Bio Broly is
And I'll go further than that. If you like Brio Brawler, reevaluate your fucking sense of movies.
I think the best part of the entire movie is 18 is in it, but I
Yeah.
feel bad for her.
It has an interesting cast of characters. It's just
Yeah,
a
it's
shame
a shame
their
it's
bad
a
guy is
shit
just
movie.
trash. Yeah.
Let's try
Guys,
our
seawater.
most popular villain, our movie villain, into fucking goo
Yeah, let's turn him into
with
goo and then have
balding
him.
hair.
The worst thing was, without having seen the box art for the movie, oh boy, Broly's coming back, and he's genetically modified, so he's probably got some new tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah, no.
Oh boy,
Hey, his weakness is water. Good thing we find him on
weakness
an
is
island.
seawater.
Yeah.
And let's just splash him with a Kamehameha wave.
So shit.
Is that how they beat him?
Yeah, they shoot a
Basically.
they shoot a beam into the water. He just splash
Splashes
into the
up.
ocean water and he dies. His
Oh.
weakness was water.
Man, I blocked that out. I thought they just blew him up.
No,
Well,
that
they
would've been
blow
better.
his stone statue up.
Oh, well. Yeah, that
But
one's
he's already
dog shit.
frozen by
Moving
that
on.
point.
Fusion Reborn. This one has a unique problem.
It does have a unique problem.
Most of the movie
ending's
is
amazing.
Most of the movie is shit, and the ending's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Got one of the most interesting looking bad guys.
Yeah, Janemba's really cool looking when
So
it gets to
Janemba
his
is
fight.
stupid, but Super Janemba's amazing.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. That would be my clarification. Janemba's dumb. Super Janemba's awesome, and fucking Stardust Breaker is still my favorite Dragon Ball Z move. It's literally
pretty neat.
It's literally a Kamehameha shotgun
Of goodness.
of goodness. Yeah, you just fucking pepper somebody with it. However, the majority of the movie is crap, which is why I would probably recommend C.
Yes.
Fine.
Yeah, see.
It takes forever for them to fuse together because of Vegeta.
Yeah, because he's like, I'm dead, and it turns out I was evil, and going to hell sucks. It's like, well, no shit.
Fuse with me?
Fucking
No, because
retarded.
I'm edgy.
Before we go to that, but yeah, like it gave us Gogeta. It
Yes.
gave us the first glimpse of like some of the stuff. Janemba was cool. The Super Saiyan 3 fight was cool. And then the rest of it's just awful.
Yeah, there's a lot of not good in that movie.
Awful /
Like I said,
unmemorable.
it has the opposite problem most of the Dragon Ball movies, where most of it sucks and the ending is cool.
Mm-hmm.
And to clarify, A tier are good. B is average. Mad to good. A's good and great. C is eh, and D is dog shit. And Z is this is fantastic.
Don't worry, we'll be getting to some stuff up there soon.
Oh yeah.
Next up is Wrath of the Dragon.
I see you put it where you thought it should go.
I could see a case for either, but I would probably say C.
I would also say C.
So this one's fine. It doesn't really offend. It adds a cool character that they do nothing with, and it explains how Future Trunks got his sword somehow. Even though I don't know how Future Trunks could have killed something that required a Super Saiyan 3, but don't worry about it.
I thought it was cool that they introduced Link into the Dragon Ball Z franchise.
Well, Link-esque.
Name was Tampon.
Yeah.
Tapion.
Like I said, Tampon.
But yeah, Tapion was a neat character. He doesn't really do anything in this movie. He plays an ocarina, and that's about it.
He had the same problem
I think he turns into the
Kai
upper
had.
half of. Doesn't he turn into the upper half of
No.
Yeah,
Hirudegan?
he's the upper half.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
Oh, I don't.
His brother's already dead before the movie starts, and his brother was a lower
I
half.
completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then he turns into the
He
upper
actually
half.
has two forms that no one remembers, because he has his first form where he's like a skeleton.
I remember his first form, but I don't remember Tapion having to transform.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't transform. If
He's
he
like
falls asleep.
Tapion. So Tapion has the upper half of the creature sealed inside of him.
Yeah, if he falls asleep, it pops out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he has to stay up, and Tapion's cool. It's just
I would have actually liked a Tapion arc in the series, but we never got one.
One thing I'll say is just never bring up Red Portira Hirudegan.
Yeah, he's mean.
He's a bad guy.
he is truly the most terrifying boss I've ever played in any video game.
Plan
Honestly-
to eradicate the Saiyans.
C or D. It's not good. It's not the worst thing ever, but
Hey,
it's
make a
it's
single
definitely better than
reference to
Bio Broly.
Make a single reference to Broly.
I
They
don't.
do make a single reference to Broly.
I don't remember this movie at all because, to be fair,
really
I had to look
forgettable.
this image
forgettable.
up, which is why it's not the movie cover image because I couldn't
Bad
find
guy
a good
looks
one.
dumb.
So it has the first Tuffles in Z, if I remember correctly, right? Because that's the main bad guy.
Yeah.
Like a Tuffle.
Well,
dude.
he's not the first Tuffle, but he is a Tuffle.
I mean, he's like the
one that
first
shows in
character,
Z.
though, right? Tuffle
Outside of
character.
that spaceship that the Gohan, Krillin, and Bulma end up on.
I don't think they ever talk about what they are, other
I'm
than
pretty sure they
refugees.
say they were Tuffles.
I don't believe they said
I
they were
don't think
Tuffles.
so. I think they're just
I'm
refugees.
pretty sure they were from Vegeta.
But
from
point
the
point
Central World.
is,
I don't know. I could be wrong on that.
I
I
don't
think
like
they're
his
just refugees.
design as a movie villain.
No, he has the
compared to,
same. He doesn't look good as a villain.
He doesn't look good. His I don't. He's yeah D.
Yeah,
There's not really. It's not nearly as tragic as Bio Broly.
but
Or
it
it
is
is bullshit.
also Very meh. I remember because Dragon Ball Z hadn't done anything in a while when I first found out this movie existed. I really went on my way to find it, but I watched it one time. I'm like, it was all right. But yeah, next up is everyone's Battle of the Gods. Also put it where I think it should go.
I think
I'll be honest. I could see the argument going lower.
I think it's fine there. One thing I will say is that it was a beacon of hope for bringing the Dragon Ball franchise back.
It was
that's
that.
True.
We were excited to see it. We were happy with it, but it didn't wow. It didn't give the wow factor.
So
yeah,
it did give us Beerus and the gods and stuff like that, and I was okay. That's all fine and dandy. However, it made Super Saiyan 3 look like a bitch and started the trend of them going, yeah, let's never touch this. It also gave us the magical hair color bullshit.
It's when Toriyama and his artists just got lazy.
Yeah, and I know some people are like, it looks cooler than the just having different hairstyles. That's can be true, but it's literally skinny Goku with different eyes and red hair.
Yeah, red hair and different eyes.
And a different aura.
And then the blue one where it's
we're not talking about the blue one yet, but it started that trend, and I fucking can't stand the new transformations.
And Vegeta finally goes red in one of the movies, and people lose their minds.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense.
And the whole ritual and stuff, it's
no, this goes up right here.
Yes.
I actually really didn't like this one. When I watched it initially, I was like, it's fine. In retrospect, I really don't like it. It's one of the ones I've never went to go watch it again. But I don't like it.
I have the movie. I don't watch it, really. But I definitely wouldn't put it at D. I would probably at least put it at C.
It's like Battle of Gods.
Because
it adds a few things I like, but overall, I don't really like it.
I've personally always loved Frieza as a bad guy just because of his pompousness. I thought he was just a great bad guy.
I also like Frieza as a bad guy, but when they're like, by the way, I trained for 4 months. I'm as powerful as Goku, and it's like Goku in the Super Saiyan God transformation was like breaking the universe by throwing punches. But okay,
sure. Which is also why I'm not putting it up higher.
Also gold, and I hate that. So for both Battle of Gods and Resurrection F,
to be fair,
lowest end of C, bordering D for me.
To be fair, Golden Frieza does fit his character of being extremely pompous. But I agree with you.
Yeah.
At least it looks better than the next transformation.
Oh. Yes, that's where that one goes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That one's...
I have watched that movie so many times.
Having loved Broly from Dragon Ball Z, I was extremely excited to see how they were going to adapt Broly back into the franchise, truly hoping that he was going to be sticking around. I was not disappointed at all.
Yeah, I was shocked. I thought he was going to die off.
The fact that they brought Frieza in to also deal with Broly and actually have like some connection with him, even though he was only roughly mentioned in the original Broly movie. I thought that was a nice touch too. You could see them interact and.
It does like an intro with like Bardock and shit.
Yeah, and you get Dragon Ball Zero, the manga that came out showing
Dragon Ball
Goku's
Minus.
Dragon Ball Minus. That's right, it's Dragon Ball Minus.
Oh, that's one that's not on those lists. It's Bardock.
I could have grabbed. I didn't think to grab those. I could have grabbed Bardock in the History of Future Trunks.
I think that one's an OVA. So it's Future Trunks.
Well, I think Bardock is a movie, and I think the sequel to Bardock is an OVA.
I forgot about the sequel to Bardock.
Many did because it wasn't great.
That one would go in D.
So if I had to rate those just really fast, this would be mine. For the first Bardock movie, I'd probably honestly give it an A. For the Future Trunks movie, I'd give it a Z because I really like that one.
Future Trunks,
I think so too.
Probably Z.
And then
we had another Z.
whatever the fuck it's called, the second Bardock movie, D, because I did see it and it was dog shit. And then the one where Goten and Trunks fight the fat guy, also a D. Yeah. It introduces Vegeta's brother.
Everyone forgets about
Marvel.
Yeah. I didn't think to grab all the
OVAs.
OVAs.
To be fair, we all completely forgot about it until just now, so.
Yeah. But Bardock, epic.
Yeah.
Trunks, epic. I think we could say that.
Yeah.
Back to Broly.
Broly's.
They retconned his backstory to make a lot more sense. And they gave him kind of more of a barbarian upbringing, almost barbaric upbringing, which was very fitting to the character. Somebody that's that powerful.
His new design's pretty cool too.
I think so. It's one of my favorite.
I'm glad they kept the green,
characters.
although I'm sure they'll be like, "Oh, green energy is now the energy of the legends. Legends are the green." And you're like, "Okay, yeah."
Why is it green? Because it's legendary.
Yeah.
Originally, during the series, I thought that they were truly going to let Kale be the new Broly, and not have any connection to the original Broly.
I don't think she's ever going to appear again.
I think they're going to forget about her. I think they're going to forget about the whole...
I imagine the one they'll focus on is Jiren, if they bring back any of those people.
Focus on Jiren.
Jiren and
I think
Hit.
they'll talk about him.
Hit and Kale? Kappa.
I think they've done everything they wanted to with Hit.
It'd be
Goku
cool to
finally...
see Vegeta go there and just take over the planet.
If Goku
That
finally...
would be cool.
That would absolutely be cool.
Like, alright, Saiyans, we're getting our tails back.
We're getting our tails back. We're not going to rant about that.
I'm going to show you how to become real Saiyans and not this
What?
weird tingly crap.
Yeah. This Broly, fucking amazing music.
Absolutely. Blizzard was really cool.
It has a really cool fight at the end, too. All the way to the end.
Frieza getting his comeuppance was great,
the
too.
one fight of the movie is amazing.
Yes, the singular fight that the movie has.
Movie-length fight.
Yeah.
Which, that's all you really need in a Dragon Ball movie.
yeah.
I mean, they do a bunch of setup in the first act. They deal with
non-stop
They deal with
action.
what happened on Vegeta. They deal with Broly getting sent to that weird planet. They deal with his dad getting stuck there with him.
They deal
with Frieza
coming
rescuing him, and then bam.
Yeah, Frieza coming back and what
Fight.
the implications are of the greater universe and all that stuff. And it's like, man,
You
this is
realize
amazing.
You realize how
this
bad of a
movie's way
person
better than it had
Paragus
any
is?
right to be.
Yeah, Paragus is a bad man.
He's a bad man.
I like Paragus.
And this one, I could see an argument for either one.
I want to put it at Z, not for the same reason that I do for Broly, but I feel
different.
it is extremely different. I feel while Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super Broly is epic in its fight scenes, its setup, everything, I think that Dragon Ball Heroes is just...
It's more of a comedy, really. But it also is very serious when the action starts.
It is
in the
Akira
last act.
Toriyama's signature campy movie type.
Yeah.
Or campy TV show type. It's everything you want when you think of Akira Toriyama.
Like,
Awesome fight scenes.
Videl buying Piccolo plushies. He's like, I don't even
Awesome
like these.
comedy.
Or like the Red Ribbon Midget guy, Commander Violet or whatever his name was.
Magenta.
Yeah, Magenta. It's like Piccolo and him, or not Piccolo. It's him and that little short scientist guy, just talking next to each other. It actually showed Android 21, which was neat, even though she didn't do anything. She was literally just a picture on a screen.
It does make her canon though. She did look like that. Which, to be fair, I think they confirmed that before, but like it's neat to see that actually on screen.
I would actually be pretty happy to see her get a movie too.
As long as Dragon Ball Super, when it comes back, does not redo the movies and change things, because then that will be the new canon.
Keep them as they are. Don't fucking touch them.
No, if they want to do it.
Also,
if they want to do it, just cut the movies.
Also, one thing I was happy with about
don't change anything.
The super forms Piccolo and Gohan get. I won't get too into them, but like outside of Gohan's hair being too long, it looks really cool.
I think so.
Yeah,
I love the red eyes.
It has the
Yeah.
red eyes and the really
Red eyes with
intimidating aura.
The red eyes
Yeah.
with the silver hair was
And
an
Piccolo
interesting
getting
contrast.
kind of a golden dragon look to him is pretty cool.
Kind of to replicate the Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just like, call me Orange. Piccolo.
Orange and kind of yellowish.
The
Orange
name
and
sucked,
reddish,
but
I mean,
at least
sorry.
on like blue and red Goku, Orange Piccolo looks different.
Yeah,
be
Orange
fair,
Piccolo's fucking awesome.
He looks a lot
be
like
fair,
Road Slug
Piccolo-
when he's younger, actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was going to say, to be fair, Piccolo would have absolutely chose a name like that because he just doesn't care.
Yeah. He's
I don't know,
very
man.
simple.
He
He's very
that
named,
movie
he
also
named
had
his
a lot of
cannon to Moken Kosapo.
that is terrible, and I hate that name, especially in canon all the way.
Especially being canon.
The movie also had a lot of good stuff with Gohan. Like at first, he's like, eh. I mean, I know this is the
Gohan
fourth
doesn't give
time
a
in
fuck
Super
about-
I've said I'm gonna get trained, but then
Yeah.
at the second Pan's in danger in any way, shape, or form, he's like, I don't care, everyone can die.
Yeah, like he just
Like,
shoots straight through the ship when they're coming in, and like
Yeah,
if Piccolo didn't save that Red Ribbon Soldier, he absolutely would have died in the crash.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he didn't give a fuck. And then when the hero one is shooting at him, he just deflects into the crowd of people because he doesn't give a fuck.
A lot of people say that Goku is very much like Superman. I would say Gohan is a lot more like Superman, glasses and all. He's gonna do his own thing. He's not gonna care about a lot. But once you hurt his loved one, like Lois Lane, it's on.
Bets are off.
All bets are off. He's actually gonna try.
Yeah, and like that was just seeing Gohan actually do stuff. Goku not being in it, barely at all, was a nice plus. The 3D animation actually looked really good.
Also, it finally gave Vegeta fans a win.
It did.
Vegeta finally won off screen.
Off screen. Sorry, guys.
It's
But
more than he's gotten in a long time.
One in. So hopefully it only gets better from there.
So it might be a little sus that none of the old stuff made it into Z rank.
I think a lot of
Do you
people are going to get upset with my comments about Battle of Gods and Resurrection F.
To be fair, when I was younger,
We
I
don't have a
would've
lot of people watching this, so
absolutely-
it's fine.
To be fair, when I was younger, I would have absolutely put both Broly and
Broly's second coming.
Cooler's Revenge in Z. Now that I'm older and I've seen other movies, other animated movies, and obviously Super, I'm a little wiser, and my nostalgia glasses are a little less rose tinted now. I could see that they are flawed.
Yeah.
Maybe
could,
years from now, I'll say the same for the ones we do have in Z,
Anything we feel like could be moved?
except for Trunks. That's an old one that we would have put in Z.
I think our A category is pretty good because
I really like both the Cooler movies. They're some of the
both
ones
the
I
Cooler movies are really good overall. They just have that same final 20-second fuck up.
Like I said,
Broly is really good, except for its last 10-second really bad fuck up.
you guys don't agree with it, but I still would probably put Metal Cooler in B. Just because I don't think it's as good as I don't think it's as good as Broly or the first Cooler movie.
I would definitely say it probably does belong in the lower end of A, upper B, but there's not really a way to put that.
I could do the closest to over here and move them out so that we know like the actual order.
Yeah. So far closest to the gears will be.
Honestly, I'd probably still leave
Tree of Might there.
Tree of Might here because I like Tree of Might a lot. It's probably the one It was probably the one I watched the most, just because it was the first movie I got.
I'm still biased, so I'd have to put Broly first.
I could see an argument for Broly being second.
I would say put Broly in second, just because that was a meme between all of us for a long time. Every Dragon Ball fan I've ever talked to is that fucking final punch man.
Then I would say those two are fine.
Yeah, that's where it belongs.
Garlic Jr. Garlic Jr. I would say keep Garlic Jr. there. I would say put Brawly's Second Coming in second place in B.
Yeah.
And then leave Lord Slug there and that like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, those two are fine at the end. Put Bowflex down by them.
Bowflex at the end? Alright.
Those
I would
two...
probably put Frieza at the end, honestly.
Yeah, put Frieza in the end.
I don't like that movie.
I like Frieza. I like the idea of Frieza coming back and taking over the universe and stuff.
Since this one did do a lot of stuff, I'll put that one up there.
It's the problem with Super's power scaling, how they have to try to bring everybody up to Goku's new level.
Probably.
I'm not sure. I think I'll put the Super Android last.
That's fine. That one was very forgettable.
I think
you had the very poorly stereotyped midget android.
How's that look?
Sorry, little person android. Apologies.
And then we'll do this because it's absolutely worse than that.
If you could take it off, I would. It is. Bio Broly is legitimately one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Yep.
And that's saying something for someone who's watched every shark movie that was on Sci-Fi for like 8 years in a row.
Bio Broly made me lose hope for humanity.
It's a bad movie. So this is our order of the Dragon Ball Z movies. And Super. There are Dragon Ball movies, but I totally forgot.
I have never seen a Dragon Ball movie, I'll be honest.
I've never seen them, and I forgot they were around.
Every single one of them is an OVA. They're all very short.
I remember
one. Well, yeah, I think that's a fair.
The only thing I will touch on with the Dragon Ball movie is the one where Goku fights Dracula was pretty neat.
What?
Yes. What a weird thing to have happen.
That sounds like a character
Goku fights a lot of weird things. And Chaozu was an emperor.
The first episode of Dragon Ball I ever saw was the one where he fights the skeleton alien Obot pirate.
The first episode I ever saw was Goku fighting Master Carrot.
First one I ever saw was the first one.
It was at a family video. Or it was it was a Blockbuster. It was not a family video, it was a Blockbuster. And it was one of the VHS. I loved Dragon Ball Z. I saw Dragon Ball, wanted to get into it. Because us Americans got Dragon Ball quite a bit later than Dragon Ball Z.
Well, actually, Dragon Ball came out first, but it was dubbed by some weird Canadian company. Like Goku's name was Zero. I forget what Bulma's name was changed to. And it was really bad. I never actually saw those, but I know they exist.
To be fair, her original English name was Burra.
Burra?
Or something like that.
Oh, the more you know.
There's like, let's just change the Bulma
maybe it's
because it
Burma.
sounds less retarded.
Yeah, it's a very weird name. And Goku had 2 U's. Goku.
Dragon Ball. What a fantastic franchise with high highs and irritating lows.
Oh, yep.
Overall, still one of my favorite animes.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. It is known by many people as like the grandfather of all animes. You have the big three, Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece. And then you have what's essentially their mentor.
I've watched, well, like half of 2 of those. So I watched like half of Naruto and half of Bleach.
I
I did read all of the manga of Bleach and all of the manga of Naruto. Though.
I have seen almost all of. I've seen all of Naruto, and I've seen almost all of Naruto Shippuden. Stopped right after they beat Madre.
It's like at the very end.
I just got burnt out.
I've seen all of Naruto, probably about.
I'm just gonna say it. I don't really like either of those series.
No, it's
Naruto or Bleach.
They didn't do it for me.
Naruto or Bleach.
Or One Piece.
No, but they're both better than One Piece because One Piece's the art style is fucking trash.
I don't like it.
I don't know. I don't think it's trash, but I don't think it's good.
They're all better than Berserk's later styles.
Oh well, that's just because the weird 3D animation was not done well for Berserk.
It was done perfectly. What are you talking about?
So slow and ugly.
It kind of gives me like
beautiful.
It's like a modern Beast Wars type of art. It's weird.
It's Beast Wars' successor.
Reboot did it better.
Yeah, Reboot.
Oh Jesus!
Reboot actually did it a lot worse, but you just don't remember.
It's true. I remember Reboot looking really good. And I remember a year or two ago, I looked up one clip and I was like, "Oh dear God,
yeah,
what
really
am I
bad.
looking at?"
It's really bad.
Nostalgia's a hell of a thing.
Yes, it is.
Nostalgia and fuzzy memory.
But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say about the Dragon Ball Z movies. I would agree that this is a good order.
If you'd like to discuss it in the comments, we'd be happy to hear from you.
Let us know if we're wrong. Are we totally wrong? Is Bio Broly the greatest movie of all time? I hope that's not your stance. I really do, random commenter. I could accept most of these other movies you being your favorite, but not Bio Broly. I refuse to believe you're anything more than some kind of tour from beyond the stars.
This is a weird straw,
You're
man.
upstanding citizens. I know that couldn't be the case.
We can save it.
Do whatever you want.
Oh my goodness.
Title it Napkins, since we're saving.
Yes, move C.
Move C.
C.
With a question mark. There we go. I got it.
There we go. Well, that's pretty much all for this nonsense. Just tell us in the comments. Are we right? Are we wrong?
Ring the bell, hit the like button, do other
stuff.
Is
there some random Dragon Ball movie we
Goodbye!
somehow forgot?
Subscribe, link the bell, and leave a comment. Have a great day.